Hey guys, Miskatonic here, and welcome to the Europa Universalis portion of our mega campaign. We are playing as the Empire of Romania, and here is how the conversion looks, basically. So we have Romania here. Let's start with our own country. We have Romania, and he has two vassals. One, Ruthenia, over here, is a very large, powerful vassal. Has Osmarch as well. And we have Frisia over here, who we have cores on, strangely enough. But Frisia is also a vassal of Romania, and they have quite a large amount of development in this. So they're pretty strong as well. They have 12,000 regiments available for use. Ruthenia has only 21,000 regiments available. Nearby we have Sarmatia, who is our former person. We used to own this and release them as a separate kingdom. They are also a feudal monarchy, and they have the vassals of Ryazan and Vladimir over here. Not the strongest vassals, but still pretty decent amount of development in these provinces. To the south we have Byzantium, the remnant of the Roman Empire, the Greek Roman Empire, I should say. The capital of Constantinople being a 34 development province, quite strong. They have two vassals, Persia and the Ecumenical Patriarch, which is hilarious. Over here, this is the Ecumenical Patriarch. I just gotta check this out really quick. Looks like he owns more over here as well. I just can't see it yet because of the Terra Incognita. And he also has the vassal of Persia over here as well. Down in the Arabian Peninsula we have the Kingdom of Egypt, the Kingdom of Nubia and Ethiopia, which was Abyssinia in the last game. Looks like it converted into Ethiopia. We have Medina over here, who is a vassal of Nubia, which is interesting. The Kingdom of Jerusalem from the last game converted pretty weakly, actually. They only own 3 provinces, and they have 2 vassals who are basically stronger than them. They have the vassal of Damascus and Ultra Jordan. Cairo is a vassal of Egypt. Egypt has 2 vassals as well, I believe. Damietta here and Cairo over here, which is interesting because Cairo's typically Egypt's capital. I don't know where Egypt's capital is right now, actually. I'm guessing it would be Alexandria. Maybe not, though. Looks like it's over here in Al-Wahat. Okay. So Byzantines also own most of Tunis, a large portion of Tunis, Tunisia anyway, old Carthage. We have the Italians over here, who are also rivaled to us. They apparently have a problem with us. They are also our dynasty, and they have 3 vassals, excuse me, Spoleto, Friuli, and Valois. Let me see where they are. So they have the vassals up here. They have the vassal in France, Paris, and they have a vassal over here as well. And they also have some colonial holdings down in North Africa as well. Italian Maghreb. Where's Italy's capital? Italy's capital is Tuscany, Firenze. Very interesting. So there's someone to watch out for. Teutonic Order are one Catholic nation on the planet. There is some Catholic provinces up here that are held by an Orthodox nation. But this is our one Catholic nation. And if there is a Reformation event, it will happen in the Teutonic Order, which is interesting. I don't know what will happen, to be honest, with the Reformation if there's only one nation. It might never fire. Teutonic Order has 2 vassals, Aragon and Seville? Yes. So they have vassals here and one over here, part of this as well. Let's take a look at Europe itself. Central Europe. We have Bavaria over here. Bavaria, who is a vassal of Bavaria. Don't ask. So this is the... Oops. This is the main... This is the Liege of Bavaria. He has a vassal here in Bavaria, and a vassal Carinthia down here. So once he integrates his vassals, he'll be a pretty powerful neighbor as well. We have Germany. They have 3 vassals. Most of their power located here in Central Europe. Some stuff down here as well. They have some cores on some of this stuff. We have Scotland over here, who are more powerful than they might look. They own all of Scotland, some of this stuff, and they have vassals over here as well. Let's see. We have Rus over here, who is a Lithuanian country. He has vassals and cores throughout all of this. Up here, I don't know if there's really much of anything happening. Norge seems to be the powerful one up here. Although Sweden, has a lot of vassals, but is himself rather weak, which could make for something interesting to happen. And that seems to be about it. We know that Scythia exists, but we can't really see them. We can see their provinces up here, but that is it. We can see their capital as well in Karakorum. We have a core on his capital. And we have cores everywhere, as you can see. This will be a problem because we'll be losing prestige at a rate of 4.9 per year, I believe is how that calculates. Yes. No, actually we're losing it currently 9.4 a year, with a just flat value of 4.9 from the uncontested core, modified further by the fact that we're at a high amount of prestige already. Okay, so our first order of business, I guess we can set some rivals. We have currently 3 rivals. Sarmatia is a no-brainer. We want to attack him rather quickly. Italy, I suppose, will rival back, and Byzantium as well. Yes. So we've just rivaled our 3 largest enemies, 3 largest bordering nearby nations, that is. Which means that we might need to find some friends rather soon. As far as a mission goes, reclaim Kyzolyar. That sounds pretty good to me. I think that's this province over here. Yes. We do want to reclaim this. It is one of our cores. And personal union on monarch death. You are at risk of becoming a junior partner in a personal union. It would be a succession war between Italy and Byzantium, which is very, very interesting. If we die right now, we would be in a personal union under someone, which would not be good. We could hire some advisors. We are making enough money to do so, at least level 1s. Production efficiency, better relations over time. And land force limit? Sure. Why not? So we're still making some decent money there. As far as the trade is concerned, our capital, Turgoviste, is in the Ragusa trade node, which isn't a great trade node. It's rather weak, actually, one of the weakest, because most of it just gets shipped out. As you can see, there's currently 0 value in the trade node. So one of our first, I think this is a good play. Our first goal should be to save up diplomatic points and move our trade capital over to the English Channel, where we do hold a lot of power here. We have Holland, and our vassal owns Antwerpen, which is also a strong one. And it would be a good idea to probably conquer this trade node eventually. The other two powerful trade nodes would be Venice, which we do own 4 provinces in the Venice trade node, but they don't have any centers of trade or anything to help us in that regard. The other powerful trade node being Genoa, which we have 0 power in. As you can see, Genoa is currently the wealthiest. No, that's not true. English Channel is wealthier. And we have 22% of the trade power here. If we move our trade port over to the English Channel and start protecting it with some boats, I think we should be making a lot more money than we do currently, which is 2 ducats. 2 ducats from trade as this large nation. That's very, very bad. That's only because our trade node capital is in Ragusa. So, Romania, okay. Man, that's a lot of powerful nations to potentially end up in a personal union with. If we could royal marry them, I would. Okay, so we are an empire. We are a feudal monarchy. Our king, he's called a Kar. I'm not sure if that's a Romanian word or not. That sounds... I don't know if it's a misspelling of Tsar. I'm not sure. He's decent. 353 is pretty good, actually. Our primary culture is Romanian, and since we are an empire, we see all of South Slavic cultures as being accepted. The funny thing is that there are no South Slavic cultures other than Romanian left in the world. We have culturally enriched them to the point of non-existence. And let's see. Diplomacy. Yeah, we reconquest on 3 nations, one of which is our vassal. And I don't see anything else of note here. I will want to bump stability pretty soon. Our income, we're making most of our money from taxation. A decent part of that from production as well. And we have, let's see, trade. Already looked at, we're making 4 ducats from trade. Technology, we are a Western tech group, so we have Western units, and there's no penalties to our tech speed. Romanian ideas, these are pretty good. I've looked at them already. They're not top tier, but they're decent. Traditions, especially, 5% discipline is great. Tolerance of the true faith gives us less revolt risk in Orthodox provinces, and that's really good because most of the world is Orthodox. So if we conquer anything, we will be more tolerant of it. Our first idea is 20% manpower recovery speed, which is okay. Skilled commanders, land leader maneuver, not that good. Scorch the lands and poison the wells, attrition for enemies +1, not very good. Latin island, yearly legitimacy +1, that's not bad. Not great, not bad. Peasant soldiers, national manpower modifier +10% is okay. Infantry cost -10, this is not very good, really. Phanariot traders, global trade power +15%, that is pretty good. Phanariot taxes, national tax modifier +10, it's okay. And finally, when we complete all of these, we gain +25% better relations over time, which is always, it's good, not bad. So our ideas are interesting, and what is this? That looks like a graphical glitch. It's gonna bother me. So anyway, I think we can safely start playing. I will, I guess, protect trade in Ragusa. And group up our ships. over in Bessarabia. And, oh, right, we should look at, well, there's nothing really of interest here. Patriarch Authority, not bad. This would be a decent thing to consider getting. Maybe not right now, but eventually. Military, let's make sure we are very aggressive. We are halberd infantry is good. Latin Knights. Chevauche, I think, is better. Alright, these are our vassals. Ruthenia has a liberty desire of 25%, not too bad. Frisia actually has more. I wonder why. It might be because we have cores on them. Oh, Ruthenia is our dynasty as well. That might be giving us a bonus to that. Frisia is not our dynasty, which is interesting. I did not realize. I could place a relative on his throne. Yeah, let's do that. He's now upset with us, but it'll go away very quickly. I think the first thing I will do with our diplomats is to improve relations over here in Frisia and also Ruthenia. And what else? Estates. That was the thing I wanted to take care of. So, first thing I always do is give every province with a estuary or trade center. I give this province to the burghers. The burghers will increase the local trade power by 50%, which in provinces like this is a lot. So we will give Yedison, Bessarabia to the burghers. We will also give Ragusa to the burghers. Vienna. Krakow. Inland center of trade. Danzig is already part of the burghers. East Frisia. Bremen. Hamburg. Lubeck. We don't own that. Holland, of course. Yeah, that should be fine. And Antwerpen is our vassals. Okay. And I think that's it in terms of centers of trade and estuaries. So with that being handed out, we now have to give more land to the clergy and the nobles because they are upset. So for the clergy, we want to find high base tax like this, higher base tax than production or manpower. So we'll give that to the clergy. They still want more. This one's fine. And now... Oh, they still want more. I'll give this one to the clergy as well. And now just the nobles. So we want to find somewhere with high manpower values like this. This one, Serbia? Sure, we'll give to the nobles. That doesn't need to be given to the burghers. I think I might revoke this. I'll probably revoke every province the burghers have that aren't part of a estuary. Manpower in general is rather low in most places, it would appear. This one? Sure. Alright, so our estates are now happy. Let us take a look at some of the things we can do with them. We could get some free points, which is always good. There's a way to get 150 points from them. I can't remember exactly how much influence they need to do that. I could also draft ships for war. Well, first we are going to grant monopoly charters just to see if this goes up any more. It does not. We need a little bit more influence. We could get an admiral. I think 80% is too much. Yeah, we don't want to be at 80%. I think 100 is fine. So we get 100 free points there. The Boyars, we need a little bit more. We could grant a generalship. I think I will do this. It'll bring their influence up enough. We will gain 100 military power. Let's call a diet first. And then... Okay. I think 75 is the magic number for that. Alright, so we get 100 free military points. Now for the clergy, we need to seek support. I don't want loyalty, I want influence. I think I will grab a minister. 15 influence, sure. And then get some admin points. Alright. So we're now caught up. We can boost our stability by 1. Sounds good. And then... I think I'll call the episode here. Get everything saved and make sure nothing is buggy like this trade wind arrow that won't go away. I think our first idea group... I'll think about this off camera. This has been Miskatonic, and this is the first episode of Romania in Europa Universalis 4. And thanks for watching.